Greetings, YouTube. Today we're taking a look at a water bottle. Specifically, let me get sure I get the name right on this one. The FreeFlow Auto Seal 40-ounce stainless steel water bottle. And this one is in, what do they call this color? According to this, they're calling it Spider Mum. I got no idea why that color is called that. It's just kind of safety lime green to me. But that's also available in Caribbean Sea, which is a really nice blue, as well as black. And interesting, to get to this Coleman page, and this is the official Coleman page, I had to go through a Kachka and tell them how many pictures had buses in them, just to get to a website. That was bizarre. Alrighty, so my friend Jan has one of these, and he really likes it. And he had a problem with this, and as an apology, they wanted to send him a new bottle, so that, well, I guess as well as fixing the top. But he lives in Germany, so he decided to have it sent to me. So that was cool of him, because he figured I could use it as a review. And both my wife and I did give this a shot. Both of us carried it for one day, and I'll explain it to you in a minute why it was one day. And we had two different experiences with this, because my wife and I work in two significantly different environments. My wife is a gardener by profession. She works on teams. They go to people's houses. They do gardening for them. And the next day they go to another. It's not landscaping. It's gardening. It's a different kind of vibe there. And so she had this outdoors. It was filled with ice. I actually don't know how much ice you put into it, but had ice in it. And it didn't last out there in the sun. It melted on her. But again, at the time it was 90+ degrees in broad day, in sun. So I'm really not going to call this thing a failure for that. It was an extreme situation that she had put it through. I, on the other hand, work indoors. I work in a factory at night, and it is warm there. I run a 400-degree press. I wear gloves on both hands because I'm handling 400-degree parts, often parts that are going in at 400 degrees and parts that are coming out at 400 degrees. But my water bottle is sitting on a table, which is not particularly close to there, and it's got no sun. And when I get to work at the beginning of the shift, I will fill my water bottle all the way up with ice, because we get ice for nothing. It comes in 5-pound bags. I don't use ice cubes at home. At home, I use blocks of ice. I just freeze my Nalgene bottle. I go through a couple of these a year because they break on me. Eventually, the plastic can't handle it and it splits on you. That one's been really lasting quite a long time. But it's much more easier for me to do that. Pour water in there, freeze it. I got 3 of them. I keep rotating them. I always have cold water. But at work, I got all the ice cubes in the world. Literally an entire cooler full of them. So I came to work, fill it up, I fill it with water. And I just keep topping it off with cold water all day long. Because we have a bubbler in a dispenser in the calf, which produces cold water. So I'm putting cold water on top of ice. So I am giving the water bottle I'm testing the best chance it's got. Okay, I'm loading the dice in the favor of the water bottle. And I have to say, as far as retention of that cold water, it did an excellent job for me. I didn't put any more ice in it, and there were still ice cubes in this bottle 32 hours after I put the ice in. 32 hours. I was impressed by that. So no questions asked. This is an impressive thing as far as using it the way I used it. Again, giving it the best shot you can. It did a great job for me. It's a 40-ounce container, and the top here is a little on the complex side. Let's just take the top off. The bottle is unremarkable. It's just a double-walled stainless steel thing. You've all seen what they look like. It does, however, have a nice rubber, which is nice if you're on a slight slope or something. Also, because this is stainless steel, it means when you put it down, it's not clinking. So if you put it on a surface, any surface, it's not going to make a kink sound or anything, which is going to be better for it and the object you're putting on. So that was a good design. This lid is a smidge on the complex side. You have a carry handle. First of all, carry handle I wasn't impressed by. I can carry it with 2 fingers naked, as in just my hand. But if I'm wearing a glove, I can only carry it with 1, because the glove makes my hands thicker, my fingers thicker. So that's not the most comfortable thing in the world. The water bottle I normally carry at work it has a rubber loop, and I can carry like 3 fingers on there quite easily, even with a glove. There is a locking mechanism, slides back and forth, so you can lock this thing so it's going to be the maximum degree of protection from your liquid, getting out of the bottle. And as far as drinking is concerned, put the loop back, you got 2 options. You have this one, which is kind of like the classic coffee cup kind of thing. You just tip it back, and it's going to kind of, pour it into your mouth. This is the release to let air in. Okay. One second. There we go. I had it unlock. It's unlocked. I can't push the button. And that works fine. And you have this side, which opens up a little valve. There's an actual lid there that goes and opens. You probably can't see that it's black on gray, but it does open. And that's the one I used when I was at work. So you would pick it up, and so you're picking up the water bottle like this, and you're depressing that button like this, and then you're drinking. There's a problem with that. This thing, fully loaded, weighs 1.7 kilos. Kilos. That's 3 pounds of water bottle. And that is a hell of a lot of water bottle. Now, I am not wearing my brace at the moment because it's been too damn hot to wear my brace. But I normally wear a brace on this hand because neither of my thumbs function properly. After almost 39 years, it'll be 39 years in this coming September when I film this. I'm filming this August 13th, 2022. Coming September, I'll have worked in manufacturing for 39 years, and 39 years of manufacturing has ruined my thumbs. So doing this right now, this is empty. Doing this, I can feel that right here. I can feel that in my finger, in my thumb. So loaded, it was painful to drink, which is why I'm drinking it. I had to drink it. I had to use both hands, which is not convenient. Whereas the one I normally drink has a top. You just pull it up, sippy cup. It's got a straw built into it. Put it back down. I can go straight up, drink it, straight back down. It's only 32 ounces, so it's smaller. I'm not tipping it like this. I'm just going whoop, 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 whoop. Much less strain. I can even use the handle if I really want to. I don't because it kind of gets in the way of the nozzle, but you can. This, to me, is overly complex. Again, my friend Jan had a problem with this thing, and I can understand why he had a problem with this thing. There's a hell of a lot of moving parts about, literally a hell of a lot of moving parts in here. I think it's overly complex, but the thing is just ginormous. It's a big water bottle, and I think it's too big. 3 pounds on one hand. Small people are going to have a hard time. Kids are going to have a hard time. The elderly will have a hard time, and people that have mobility issues, such as myself, are going to have a hard time. So for a very narrow segment of the water bottle needing community, this may be your dream job. Let's see how it sounds out of curiosity. Doesn't sound bad. I kind of like that one. Water bottles make that sound. For a very narrow segment of the water bottle buying community, this may be the perfect bottle. 40 ounces, and in a controlled environment with cold water, you're going to be 24 hours. You're golden. You could be at your desk all day long. You're never going to have to worry about this thing getting warm on you. All right? But you're also going to have to remember you're moving 3 pounds every time you want to take a drink. Ooh, that's a lot of weight, folks. And I find it painful. So this is not a water bottle that I am going to be using. My wife was not impressed with it as far as the topic turned. She was like, it was a water bottle. It really didn't, click for her in the least. I don't think she really appreciated like the rubber thing because she's outdoors. She's just putting it on the ground, so it didn't matter. It's got a rubber thing on in that case. So definitely mixed feelings about this. I think this is too complex. I think this is too big. They do make smaller versions, so like 24 and I think 32, and I'm sure the 24 would be just ideal for a desk situation. But if you need a ginormous bottle, 40 ounces, give it a try. In the Spider Mum character, color, which is the most bizarre color name I have ever heard, or you could get it in Caribbean Sea, or you could get it in Tactical Black. So yeah, this has been the make sure I get the name right. The Coleman FreeFlow Auto Seal 40-ounce stainless steel water bottle, which is a mouthful. So thank you for being here. I hope that you found this useful and hopefully informative, and I hope you come back the next time.